Hello, this is JB. I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and today I'm going to talk about my connection to something that's been in the news a lot recently, and that is the mineral assets that Ukraine has that other uh, entities would like to have access to. So way back in 2000, well, even before that, back in 2007, I was working in Alaska. They used to have this program called the J1 visa program. So these college students from all over the world, but mostly from Eastern Europe, would come and work for the summer. And while I was there, I made friends with a bunch of people who were from Ukraine. And they always told me, come to our country, we want to show you our country. And they said that, I think, just to be nice and uh, just to have something to say. But I decided to take them up on their offer in 2011, and I went there and I stayed there for around 3 weeks with my friend at her house and or her apartment, and it was a great time. But like during the day, she didn't want me to be wandering around Ukraine by myself because I don't speak Ukrainian and I don't speak Russian, so that could be a problem there. And one day while she was at work, she had me go with another one of our friends to, or for several days actually, to his job. And he at that time was a graduate student and a teaching assistant at a university, the National Mining University of Ukraine. And so I went with him and sat with him, and he invited me to speak to classes, and I spoke to several classes. I think the number was 4 or 5 classes over 2 days, just about all kind of things. The United States, what my life is like, what it's like to work in the United States, opportunities that might be available to them to the students in the United States, geography, history, politics, anything that anyone wanted to talk about, we talked about it. And the class was called English for Minors, Miners, not young people, Minors. But so we did that, and then after my trip, I came back home, and we were talking to my one of my friends, the one who worked at the university and was a student there, and we agreed that I would help edit a booklet that he was helping to create, or helping to create, so that maybe they could use it to make connections with other universities or with companies to let them know what the mining university uh, was all about. And so I edited it, and here it is, uh, getting reflection, but there it goes. Department of Underground Mining, and it has all sorts of information in here about the university. And this man here, his name is Vladimir Bonradenko. He is the uncle of my friend whose house I stayed at. He's a very nice guy. He looks very serious in this photo, but he's a very nice guy. But there's one of the classrooms that I believe I spoke in. Um, I don't know if it was those students exactly, but anyhow, one of the and this is the city. It's called. I have a hard time saying it because it's a Russian word or Ukrainian word, uh, but we just call it Dpro. It's like 20 letters long, but we just call it Dpro. Anyway, so the thing about Ukraine is that it is a poor country because it was controlled by the Soviet Union for a long time, and its resources were extracted, and the people didn't benefit from them. And it, since the Soviet Union fell and Ukraine got its freedom, they have been trying to develop uh, to have better economic system, to improve their democracy, and just become more of a modernized country. And there's been some back and forth about whether it should be a Western country or whether it should be more closely associated with Russia, but it has been a work in progress. And then a few years ago, Russia decided to invade Ukraine because Russia knows that Ukraine has many valuable assets. And the most valuable assets, in my opinion, that Ukraine has are its people, especially its women, because they're beautiful, but they're also uh, strong, and they um, uh, have a lot to offer the country to make it better. But it's sad. It saddens me that um, Ukraine hasn't been able to uh, reach its potential because it does have a potential to be a great country, and it's already a great country. But in terms of other things I talked about, economics and politics and such, to be a more powerful country, um, and that saddens me. And it saddens me that uh, Ukraine is a victim in this case because Russia invaded Ukraine. Ukraine didn't invade Russia. Ukraine was not interested in having any kind of conflict with Russia. But so they're a victim here, and they're gonna, and we have helped them, and other countries have helped them. The United States and other countries have helped them, but now we're trying to extract assets from them, which they're actually going to need once the war is over there to rebuild their country because it's been smashed up pretty good. Uh, and they'll need to create jobs, they'll need to um, create opportunities for people so that they can rebuild their lives. And that's just not going to happen if all of their resources end up in the hands of uh, large multinational conglomerates that want to turn Ukraine's assets into their money. And it bothers me. But as far as I know, all of my friends are safe. Many of them are in different countries. They had to leave or decided to leave. So most of them are okay as far as I know. But the lives that they had and the dreams that they had for the future, for themselves and their country, all that is destroyed and it may not ever be rebuilt. So that's my connection to Ukraine and the mining assets there. If you have any questions, I'll answer them if I can, if I know how. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.